Today, we're going to talk about something that might just flip your whole perspective on life upside down. We're going to explore this wild idea that your entire reality, everything you are and everything you experience, is created in one single moment, right now. Okay, let's get into it.
I mean, who hasn't felt that, right? You feel the weight of all your past mistakes. You're anxious about what's coming next, and it just leaves you feeling kind of powerless, like you're just a character in a story that's already been written. But what if that whole feeling is just an illusion? Now, I know this sounds like something you'd see on a motivational poster, but hang with me here. According to the source material, this isn't just a nice little phrase. It's basically a fundamental law of consciousness. It means all your power, all your ability to change things isn't spread out across your lifetime. Nope, it's all concentrated right here in this very second. So let's really unpack what this present point of power means. The best way to think about it is like a magnifying glass. You know how the sunlight is all spread out, but when you focus it through the lens to one tiny point, that's when it gets hot enough to start a fire. Well, your present moment is that focal point for all the energy of your being. Think about it. I mean, really think about it. The past, it's just a bunch of memories. You can't actually go back and change what happened. And the future, that's just a web of possibilities. It's not some fixed place you're headed to. The now is the only place you actually exist. It's your command center. And the source says that if you can truly get this, you're no longer a prisoner of your past. A label like incurable, for example, is a belief based on past events. But in the present point of power, totally new possibilities can be born. Okay, so if the present moment is our workshop, what are the tools? What are we actually using to build our reality? Well, according to the source, it all comes down to one thing: our beliefs. And this is where it gets really fascinating, because beliefs aren't just these passive thoughts floating around in our heads. They are the active, creative forces shaping our entire experience. The source material makes this incredible claim: the concentration of energy follows your beliefs. So your beliefs basically act like little directors or maybe even magnets, telling your energy where to go and what to do. Whatever you hold is true, whether you're aware of it or not, becomes the blueprint that your reality builds itself from. And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. Check this out. It all starts at step one. A belief gets accepted. Maybe it's something your parents told you as a kid or a conclusion you drew from a tough experience. Then, step two. Your personal energy immediately gets behind it, like an army lining up. Step three. That focused energy starts arranging everything, your health, your relationships, your bank account, to line up with that belief. And finally, step four. Your physical world shows you a perfect reflection of that belief, which of course makes you believe it even more. So the big takeaway here is that reality isn't creating your beliefs are creating your reality. All right, so if we follow that logic, it leads us to a really tough question, a really big one. What about all the hard stuff, the pain, the struggle? Did we create that too? The answer from the source material is pretty profound and, yeah, for a lot of people, pretty controversial. It suggests that yes, we did, but not as some kind of punishment. Let's dig into this idea of chosen challenges. This question asks us to just completely hit the reset button on how we see suffering. What if that thing you've struggled with your whole life? What if it wasn't just bad luck? What if, on some deeper level, you chose it as a setup, a framework, to help you grow in a very specific way? And the source is really direct about this. It might seem crazy that anyone would choose a life of hardship, but from this bigger, non-physical perspective, these things aren't seen as negative. They're more like choosing to play a video game on the hard setting. You don't do it to punish yourself. You do it because the challenge forces you to get really, really good. And here are some of the fascinating examples the source gives. A race car driver might choose a framework where that constant threat of danger hones their focus and courage to a razor's edge. An artist might choose a life of intense emotional highs and lows because that's the framework they need to explore the depths of human feeling. And yes, even a life of extreme poverty or a severe physical disability is presented as a framework, one that's perfectly designed to develop incredible qualities like compassion, resilience, or a powerful inner world. So what this slide is showing us is a total redefinition of the word limitation. A framework isn't a cage that holds you back. It's a focusing lens. By choosing a life where, say, your physical body is limited, you might be creating the perfect conditions to develop your psychic or intellectual abilities in a way you never could have otherwise. The obstacle becomes the path. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around how we could possibly choose these things, we have to basically throw our old ideas about time right out the window. This next concept is a big one, so buckle up as we dive into what it means to be a simultaneous self.
Just let that one sink in for a second. All existences are simultaneous. This means that everything we call a past life or a future life, they aren't in the past or the future. They are all happening right now at the same time as the life you're living. This chart does such a good job of showing the difference. On the left, that's our normal everyday view of time, a straight line, past, present, future, one life after another. But on the right, that's the deeper reality the source talks about. All of your lives are happening now. You exist in the 17th century and the 25th century at the same time, and here's the part that really breaks your brain. Because it's all happening now, the beliefs you hold in this very moment can actually ripple out and change the experiences of your past and future selves. So here's the key takeaway. You are not just one single person. You are part of this vast, multi-dimensional identity, kind of like one cell in a much, much larger body. And that connection is always on. You're constantly, unconsciously tapping into their experiences, and they're tapping into yours. When you have a dream or a sudden gut feeling, you could be downloading knowledge and skills from them to help you right now. Okay, so this is all very cosmic and cool, but how do we make it practical? How can we consciously tap into this incredible resource? Well, the source points to one of our most overlooked and powerful abilities, our imagination. Yeah, I know. We're taught to think of imagination as just make-believe, something for kids. But the source says, no, that's not what it is at all. Your imagination is the creative workshop. It's the design studio where you build things in your mind before they show up as physical facts in your life. It's where you literally sketch out your future. And here's a simple, powerful exercise you can try, laid out right here. First, just choose something you want to create. Then, step 2, and this part is key, be playful about it. Don't stress about how it's going to happen, just imagine it. If you feel lonely, imagine what it feels like to be surrounded by amazing friends. Then, step 3, feel the emotions. Actually feel the joy, the love, the excitement, as if it's already here. This is so important. And finally, step 4, just let it go. Trust that you've planted the seed and allow the process to start working. And this isn't just wishful thinking. According to the source, there's a real mechanism at play here. Doing this exercise is like sending out a signal. It activates this deep, multidimensional knowledge that's already in your cells, and it opens up a line of communication to your other simultaneous selves. So the version of you who is already a master artist, or who is incredibly wealthy, can send that knowledge and experience back to you, and it shows up in your life as a great idea, a lucky break, or a creative solution out of nowhere. And this quote just ties it all together so beautifully, doesn't it? It shows the whole assembly line of creation. It starts with your beliefs. Those beliefs guide your imagination. Your imagination creates the energetic blueprint. And then, boom, physical reality is born from that blueprint. Belief, imagination, reality. That's the sequence. So we end up right back where we started. But now, everything's different, right? Your power isn't in some past you can't change or some future you can't control. It's right here. It's now. Your tools are your beliefs and your imagination. The question is no longer, what's going to happen to me? The real question is, what am I going to create? The canvas is blank. The point of power is now. So, what are you going to make today?